It's time to talk wine with Gurvinder, who is back on the road in Portugal this morning. He's been visiting a historical wine region that is undergoing a bit of a transformation and changing people's perceptions about the styles of wine that are being produced there. Good morning, Gurvinder. Nice to see you, and nice to see you internationally once again.
Good morning, Kevin. It's nice to be international again.
So where have you been for the past week, and what are you doing with these wine regions?
You know, I've been traveling around the Vinhos Verdes wine region in Portugal. And Portugal, of course, is on the western coast of the Iberian Peninsula, adjacent to the Atlantic Ocean. And Vinhos Verdes is a wine region in northwest Portugal. So it borders Spain to the north, the mountain ranges to the east and the south, and the Atlantic Ocean to the west. And it's a coastal region, so its climate really does have a maritime influence, but the degree to which really depends on what part of the region you're actually in. And the region's actually divided into 9 sub-regions, and each has a slightly different climate and soil conditions. And this influences, you know, the predominant grape varieties grown and the style of wine produced in each region. Now, I've mentioned before how after Italy, Portugal has the greatest number of identified indigenous grape varieties than any other wine producing country in the world. And the Vinhos Verdes region is rich with these native grape varieties. Loureiro is probably the most planted white grape. Well, it is the most planted white grape. Alvarinho is probably the best known grape, but there's really these interesting wines being produced using Avesso and Arinto and Azal and Trajadura, and really cool red wines made with grapes like Vinhão. But the area is best known for producing crisp, light, and refreshing white wines, and over 85% of the wines produced in the region are white. The traditional style is usually quite refreshing, light, aromatic, crisp, low alcohol, and a little fizzy. And in general, the cool, wet climate and the granitic soils really lend themselves well to producing this style of wine. But as you mentioned, there is an evolution and progress in the region.
And what are they doing to change that? Because like you say, some of these wines are well known, and the region is going about changing that and its style right now. How do you do that easily, or do you do it easily?
Well, you know, the region has actually undergone transformation before, as it used to be many decades ago. It used to be that red wine was more prevalent than white wine, but it's not that the light, fresh, low alcohol style of white wine is going away. It's just that there are now many producers who are experimenting with different styles in order to offer the wine consumer a greater versatility of wines from the region. So you still have the floral and fruity and slightly fizzy, lighter white wines, but you also have producers making wines with more complexity and minerality, and they're experimenting with skin contact, different fermentation vessels like concrete eggs and amphora and different types of barrel. And the results are these different expressions of the wines. And in some cases, the results have been mixed. But overall, I think there's this injection of vigor and excitement and innovation to be able to showcase the native grape varieties of the region in a different way. And I think one of the best characteristics of many of the region's grapes is their freshness and bright acidity, which gives this wine this, beautiful drinkability. So even when you're using different vinification techniques, I find that the best examples are the ones that still maintain this beautiful liveliness and drinkability to the wines, which is really important. And the wines are incredibly fruit friendly, which is, I think, another benefit to these wines. And there's so many different styles of food that the wines have the ability to pair with, from seafood, but sucking pig and lamb and goat, and vegetarian dishes like chestnut soup and lentils, and on and on. And even the red wines can pair with sardines and anchovies because of their freshness. So I think the versatility is such an important aspect to these wines.
So with this versatility and this change going on in that region, is that something we're going to see more of maybe in other regions as different areas try to change what they're offering right now, or is this going to be a one-off?
Well, no, I think within the Vinhos Verdes region, I think this is something that is an evolutionary process. But I think it's really important to recognize that quality and complexity and typicity are not mutually exclusive from drinkability. So the traditional style can coexist with more complex and these other styles being produced, and producers are exploring the potential of the region without diminishing their traditional style of Vinho Verde, and they're pushing the boundaries and creating new interest in the wines of the region. In fact, it should allow more people to be introduced or reintroduced to the wines of Vinho Verde because there's more to offer now.
Excellent news. Thank you. So nice to see you on the road again, Gurvinder. We'll talk to you. Where are you off to next?
I'm off to Italy and then the UK, and then I'll be back at the end of the month.
All right. Well, you'll have lots of good news for us, I'm sure. Thanks for joining us this morning. Have a good trip.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay. For more information on Gurvinder and his picks, you can check out vinomaniawines.com. You can also find him on Instagram or Twitter, or you can send him an email. The information is there on your screen.